welcome back to the Skinsider.
We are back.
Live and well. We are healthy, back into our regular shape here.
Yeah, back together. Back with a couple of other things too. Back with our cue cards.
Oh, yeah.
Really excited about our cue cards.
Thanks, Liz.
Yes, back with our Skinsider margarita and back with our buzzword.
Cheers, wrinkles.
Yes, the buzzword is wrinkles.
Mm-hmm.
And cheers to wrinkles.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're probably getting them from this.
And today we did, we settled for one jug. And it was only $62, guys. So I've come down in price. I'm saving. You know, with inflation and everything, we got to be conservative.
Yeah. And then what we are back with this time is our nighttime skincare routine. I'm obviously going first because mine's lined up and ready to go. And then we'll cut over to Ashley's. But this is my just standard. Like, not if I have something going on the next day or have an event. This is like just bare bones, as bare as it gets. We'll do another episode with like our booster items that I like to call mine. But this is just what I do like when I get home from work on like a Tuesday night going in. So I'll start. Ready? Okay. Yeah. So I'm obsessed with my skin being really clean. I have a lot of oil and then I wear sunscreen during the day. I set that sunscreen with like a makeup like powder. So I just like knowing everything is off of my face. So I always do what I consider to be like a triple cleanse. So I always start with a makeup removing wipe. These can be kind of controversial for skin. So I'm going to show you how I use it in a way that is gentle on the eye area, because that's where there's a lot of debate about whether or not you should use a makeup removing wipe. I do, but I use them in a certain way. So obviously I take the makeup off my face and like neck area first because I also put sunscreen there. And then I brought one to show you. I create like a mitt with the makeup removing wipe. So what I do is I wrap it around my finger and down. And then because your eye area is the gentlest tissue on the body. So if you're scrubbing it, you're going to create more wrinkles. So what I do is I wipe downwards. Wow. Yeah. Didn't even notice.
Good job. I want to read the ingredients.
I was full steam ahead too. So, okay. I gently go down just like this repeatedly until it's off. My eyeshadow or eyeliner, if I'm wearing it, will come off first. So then I just kind of gently keep doing it until I see it wiping clean with the mascara. Okay. So then I go into my cleanser. This one, you can see it's pretty well used, just like my other cleanser was. This is what I use at night. It's the Zeo Skin Health Balancing Cleansing Emulsion. So we actually don't sell this one just because we have a lot of other gentle cleansers. But if it's something that you want us to order or bring in or carry, just let us know. But this is their newest cleanser. This came out probably sometime last year. The rep sent it to me to try. And honestly, their cleansers last forever. The expiration date isn't until 2025, so I'm still using it, but you really get your money's worth out of their cleansers, especially if you use a different one for day and night. So what's interesting about this one is you put it on dry skin. So I squeeze out some in my hand, rub it all over. It is really nice and silky feeling, and then it's an emulsion, so it's not going to foam up. It's not going to have like a soapy consistency to it. And then I just add water to it, wash, dry my face. So the next thing that I always use is a toner to just reset the pH balance of my skin, but also to get any last itty bitty residue that there could be at all. So this one, we do not carry it. We never will carry it. I can't order it for you anyways. But again, like I was saying, if you watched my other episode about my morning skincare routine, I was saying how I try a lot of different stuff that's out there. So this one is from Glow Recipe. I saw it on Sephora's website and I wanted to try it, and I'll tell you why. So what's interesting about this toner is it's a PHA and a BHA. So that combination of ingredients kind of like sparked my interest because
I smell it.
Yeah, it smells like watermelon. It's like a watermelon toner. So the PHA is the polyhydroxy.
Pore tightener.
Yeah. And it's a pore tightener because of the BHA. So the PHA is the polyhydroxy acid. The BHA is the beta hydroxy acid. Okay. So what I thought was interesting about the difference between the two is that the PHAs, I'll just make it simple for you guys. The PHAs have a larger molecular size than BHA does. BHA has a much smaller molecular size. So the smaller your molecular size, the deeper it can get into the skin. The larger ones are a little bit harder to penetrate. So the larger ones are good for people who have sensitive skin. The BHAs are better for people who want that still chemical exfoliation, but want it to be a little bit harsher. Yes. I do have sensitive skin. I do a lot to my skin. Wait till the booster episode. You'll be impressed. Yeah, you'll be impressed / horrified. But this, I'm easing our listeners into it. But the BHAs, because they have a smaller molecular size, they go a lot deeper into the skin, so they can make you a little bit sensitive. This is also why I only use this one at night. I only use it once a day. I don't use it twice a day, because if I do, I'm going to start to get kind of red and flaky, and I use other exfoliating products, so I don't need as much like chemical exfoliation. But I do get the natural exfoliation from the chemical ingredients in this one. So by now my skin is real clean and I'm happy about it.
Do you ever use your toners to remove makeup off of your eyes?
No, never. Never.
Use the soothing facial rinse for that.
Yeah.
I love it. It's so gentle.
I do like the soothing facial rinse a lot. I actually just sold one of those today. I love it.
Yeah.
We just sold out of it today. It's great. And that has like lavender in it. I
really like that one.
Yeah. That one is good. My serum that I use is the Skin Better Science, the Maestro, their active balance serum. So this is their really heavy hitter product in terms of their serums. So it is, I will just preface this, the most expensive serum that they sell, but there's a reason behind it. It is a patent pending product, and I will say by far one of my favorite serums I've ever used all my years in the business and not.
Also, I will chime in. It took me a very long time to convince her to bring Skin Better Science onto our product lines of what we offer to sell. She was very against it for a while.
Yeah.
And finally I pulled the trigger, did it, and now she loves them.
Yeah. And I love it. I have sold like 2 of these in 2 days because everyone keeps asking me like, what are you doing to your skin?
And this is a nice glowing, healthier
This is the only thing I've changed. It reduces redness. I pull a lot of redness in my skin. I don't know why. I'm very reactionary, so my skin gets red quite a bit. And then it just gives you like an overall smoothness and I think like luminosity to the skin. People have been asking me if I'm pregnant. Again, I am not. Because my skin is glowing like it was when they saw me when I was pregnant. And this is the only thing I have changed. So I definitely say you're getting your money's worth with this product. I know it's a higher price point. I think it retails for like $225, and it's bigger than this.
But it also
this is just a tester size
because it does improve the redness, skin texture, dullness, and pore size.
Yes.
Along with uneven skin tone.
And I'm seeing a difference in all the above.
Yeah.
For sure. And you only need 1 pump. So
a little bit goes a long way.
Yeah, I think you get 150 pumps in each of their bottles. This is the smaller size of it. I do have larger bottles, but this is the one I'm using right now. So I just kind of stayed true to exactly what I'm using, and I brought all of that in. This is my lip balm that I'm using right now. This is the Sun Bestie. It is from Sarah Frank's.
For lip blushing.
When you get your lips blushed, she gives you one of these guys to take home with you. So you can pick them up at Surreal Beauty Inc., but I love it. I use it at night. I always use a lip balm morning and night because I think it makes your lips really like plump and full. I don't get lip filler, so I'm up to my own devices over here to figure out my lip situation. I actually forgot to bring my moisturizer, but we sell it. So while we were at work earlier today, I grabbed the bottle of it. My bottle looks so beat up because I've been using it for a while, but I love it. So this is my nighttime moisturizer. My daytime one, I just use the Revision IntelliShade Matte that I was telling you guys. It's my moisturizer, my sunscreen, and my makeup. So, but at night I use this. This is the SkinCeuticals Metacell Renewal B3. So this is the one, they kind of pitch it to people in like their 20s and 30s. I'm in my 30s, so I use it and I definitely do like it. It's not too thick. It's very lightweight. It has a 15% all-inclusive glycerin, which lets it absorb into the skin very, very quickly. So I notice a result with it very fast. It's good if you have some photo damage. It kind of resurfaces the skin, gives you a very reclarified, I don't want to use the W word, but I was going to say reclarified tone, and works with fine lines and deeper lines. You know what I'm trying to say?
AKA buzzword.
Yeah, the buzzword. So it is good for people that don't have very dry skin, but also, maybe don't need as much, don't have some of those deeper lines yet. And it has a 5% niacinamide in it. So it's good for the uneven skin tone. And then my eye cream, this was dropped off by a rep, and like I said, I'm being blatantly honest with everything I'm using. I literally packed up my stuff last night when I was doing my nighttime skincare. So this is the KOX Eyes from Isden. We do not sell Isden. I have heard good things about it. The rep dropped off a bunch of stuff, and they had an eye cream in there. So I thought, you know what, let me try it. Little bit thicker of a consistency than I thought it was going to be, which I do like because I have very dry under eyes. But I mean...
But can't sometimes a thicker product in the under eye area create milias?
It can. Yeah, it can.
So people that are more prone to getting milias, it's not suggested to get a thicker under eye cream.
Right. And honestly, some of the other thicker ones that we have, I really do honestly like it more.
Wait till you get to mine.
Yeah, you're probably using one I would like more. So, I mean, when I'm done with this, I wouldn't be replenishing it. But I'm just being very honest about...
That's a current one that you're using.
Yes, I'm being totally honest with what I'm using, and I wouldn't go. And then, of course, the toner gets put on. I mentioned it before with the Shiseido facial cotton.
That bag probably cost her like $30.
It's $16.
Oh,
it's $16.
My bad.
It's $16. It is, and it lasts you forever. I love it. You get your money's worth with your product. Like I said on the last episode that I was on, you do not waste your product like you do with a cotton ball or cotton pad, which absorbs so much of your product. This lays on top. It's 127,000 hand woven pieces of cotton in one.
So they're soft.
Super soft. Yeah, it's amazing. It's patented. I love it. It also doesn't give any like residue or like kind of pill the stuff all over your face, like those little
Have you ever
puffs.
tried those facial towels?
No.
That come in the box. A lot of like influencers online, I see them using like these facial towels.
I was not influenced. I don't know what they are. I've never seen them.
I don't have them either, but they're these cool little...
They're disposable. Influenced.
They're disposables, and you can like just take it, use it, and do it, and go. I'll look into them. I'll buy a pack and bring them in next time.
Yeah. We'll put it on our booster episode.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. That's my nighttime. That's what you see. I also use a lash serum in transit. I don't know where it went, which means it might be in my car. But I use the Grande Lash serum every night as well. It goes on kind of like an eyeliner, and it makes your lashes really full, and I love it. But that's it. That's mine. If you guys have any questions about it, of course, ask, write in, or email, or comment on any forum that you can find us on, Instagram, YouTube, Apple, doesn't matter. Ask. And then again, if there's anything that you want to see or want us to bring in or have questions about any products, also get in touch with us on that. And we're going to switch over to Ashley.
Real quick with your products. So any skin type can use them, correct?
Pretty much. Okay. Yeah. So and
like
this
a
is
combination?
The thing. Like I was explaining to someone, I was doing a skincare consult earlier today, and I was explaining to them what works for me might not work for you. Everyone's skin is so different. So you need to be using what's going to work for you. And I need to be using what's going to work for me in order to get a result. Like someone who's super dry, I would never give them this moisturizer. Yeah. Because it's not going to do enough for them. They're still going to feel dry when they're done. If they're loyal to SkinCeuticals, I'd be putting them on the triple lipid or, even the daily moisture or something that comes in more of like a pot that's like a cream base. I like a water base, like a lotion, something that comes through a pump because I am so oily. But same thing with the serum. Like, yes, I absolutely love this serum because it does what I need it to do. But if it's not going to do what you need it to do, then it's not worth the investment. Which is also why I think the consults are so important. Like if you have questions about any of it, reach out and ask us. Tell us what your type is and your concerns with your skin, and that's where we can guide you in the right direction. But the biggest question like I'll get in the room is, oh, what do you use? I want it to look like yours. And I'm like, well, okay, but
these are my Greek genes.
Yeah, you guys should see my Yaya. I should like post a picture on Instagram so the world can see what she looks like, because
she's so cute.
She's about to turn 99 and you guys should see what she looks like. Like, she is pristine. She's like Greek marble. It just blows me away.
Yeah. Well, I feel like in that age too, their skin was like just so porcelain. They really did take care of their skin and didn't go out in the sun as much.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. And Greek people live forever, so we have to have good skincare, or else we're going to be walking around like crypt keepers. Because we're all like 100. Your turn.
All right. Well, so I have a whole bag of tricks here today that I'm going to pull out with all of my products. I just grabbed a whole bunch of stuff. Here. I rotate. I do not have a routine every single night other than washing my face, making sure my face is definitely washed, but I will never use the same product every day either, or every night, I'm sorry. So what we will start with, which in my last episode I showed and spoke about my glycolic cleanser as well as my gentle cleanser, so I really don't need to go down that road again with those two. So I do switch on and off. It just depends if I'm having a breakout. If I'm more acneic, I'm going to use my glycolic cleanser to keep my acne at bay and also kind of dry me out slightly. And then from there, I also...
This is actually one of our top selling cleansers. I do love it.
So then if I'm feeling a little... maybe I should save these ones for later.
Oh, your boosts?
Yeah.
I'll save them
for a booster.
We're bringing the boost episode.
All right.
The people will be boosted.
Hold, please, while I take out all of the stuff.
I feel like this is like Mary Poppins, like a bird's going to fly out of the bag shortly.
Something was leaking. All right. I'll move this out of the way. So, after cleansing, I like to go in with I do have a facial rinse by Revision, which is a toner. I did not bring that today. I apologize. But I will use that occasionally, especially when I'm wearing eye makeup, because like I mentioned, I do like to use my facial rinse or my toners for eye makeup remover as well, because it is gentle in that area and it's a little more sensitive in thinner skin around your eyes. Then I like to go in after my cleanse with a complexion renewal pad from Zio. Or my newest, and this is more of like a degreaser for me, so this is something that I like to see the excess dirt get off my face, or like in areas maybe that I didn't cleanse that well, but this really will get into those smaller little areas to remove any extra makeup on the skin or oils. So with this one, could be used PM only. This, I will tell you, burns. I don't know why, but this burns
I don't think it does.
The first time I had to use it, I like stuck my face in the freezer because I have a pretty strong surface skin that I can use glycolics, like I use retinols, I can use it all and handle it.
You do have no pain tolerance, so that could...
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It depends on what it is.
I don't know. That stuff didn't burn, but those pads are legit.
These are so good. If you have not yet tried them, go ahead. You can use these up to 3 times a week because they are strong. They are potent. They do have exfoliating for dull, uneven skin tone, and it has a retinoid in it. So that's what makes it a little bit more stronger too, is the retinoid.
But after you use it, I feel like your skin is so smooth.
It is.
Like the very next morning.
Yes. Also, there's a side that's a little more gritty and a little more softer side.
Yeah.
I start with the softer and then I go in with the little gritty at the end. So it's a little deeper exfoliation to it. Also, with my cleansing, I have picked up, my mom purchased these for me. They're really cool, soft washcloths.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're called, but they have like 2 different textures on each side. I'll bring it next time. But it is like a squeaky clean car wash. By the time you're done with this particular washcloth, your face feels like there's absolutely nothing on it. You could actually just be done after that with cleansing with these washcloths. They're so great. So then after my exfoliation there, DEJ face cream. This is all in one with retinol nighttime treatment. This I will only use once or twice a week. I will not use it every night of the week because it does have a retinol in it. I really do like that one. It gives you a nice glow the next morning as well, I feel.
Yeah. And it's a low percent retinol. It's like a 0.25. So it's not that bad. So heavy.
But for someone with a little more sensitive skin, you maybe want to ease your way into it and start once a week and then kind of build up a tolerance from there.
For sure.
I also use at nighttime, because my daytime is the Skin Better eye cleansing, or the eye gel is what I use. The nighttime, I use the C+ Brightener Eye Complex. So this actually has C+ in it, and it helps reduce puffiness. So it's nice if you wake up in the morning and you have a tendency to have a little bit more of a puffy eye. Use that the night before to reduce the puffiness. I really, really like that. It's thin. It's not too thick or heavy at all, and it goes on really nice. I also have the Maestro Active Serum Balance, which is great. Jacqueline, you can use this morning and night. I do choose to use this one sometimes twice a day, so I will do that one. Also, my Alpha Ret Overnight Cream. This is strictly for PM. You can also take all these products down to your neck as well. You don't want to forget your décolleté or your neck. This helps reduce fine lines and, of course, the W word. I'll just say it because I need a drink. Wrinkles.
I mean, I'll do it with you because I feel like that was a sacrifice.
I mean, these $62 aren't going to go to waste. So with this particular overnight time cream, uneven tones, helps with texture, provides moisturizer, like moisture to the skin as well. It actually has 2 golden standard ingredients in this particular product. The retinoid and the AHA lactic acid is in this particular product. And then also I have a Revision Neck to Firm, which this is strictly just for the neck area. I will sometimes rub this on the back of my legs. I do, like, for any type of like cellulite that you may have. It really actually kind of smooths out the skin, and if it works on your neck, it can work on any part of your body, I feel. So I do use this on my neck. I like it. I've seen improvements on my neck. Like I said in last episode, I just hit a milestone. I hit 40, so I really definitely need to get my skincare routine down pat and make sure that I protect myself and that I attack all these fine lines in the W word. So also lines. This is another one. This could be used morning and night as well. This particular one helps fight the fine lines and anything anti-aging along with it. This does not treat any pigment, so this just actually focuses on lines. But all of the products are anti-aging and can be used at any point of anyone's life.
Oh, for sure.
The sooner you start, the better it is.
Absolutely.
I do feel that, especially with like injectables, like if you do want to do Botox and stuff too, start younger, because the older you get, the less you'll need. You just won't need as much if you haven't started until like older age itself. So, this is my little, I always have different things and I change it up. I can't say that I use every single one every night, but my microphone's, I'm losing it. Sorry. They're yelling at me.
Well, I think it's also important with skincare to know, like you said, we sometimes use things differently. Like my Metacell B3, which is the moisturizer that I use. I also use that on my neck currently. I do switch in and out with neck creams, but again, just being honest with what I'm using right now. And I also use it on my hands before I go to bed too. I always put moisturizer on my hands because hands and necks age.
Can you hear?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, they're asking me. I was like, yeah, I can hear. Because hands and neck and necks do age a lot quicker than the rest of the body. Usually around like 7 times faster. Yeah, hands and neck.
Yeah.
Is about 7 times faster. So you do want to make sure you're using something something on it.
But I also feel like switching it up is good too. It's never like you shouldn't be constantly using the same thing all the time because you start to get immune to things. And it will maybe start to do the reverse of what it was doing in the beginning when you first started to use that product.
Yeah, and your skin changes.
Correct. Every 5 years.
As you age, you need to switch things up, but also lifestyle can change. Like one day you have a boat and the next day you don't. Well, I should go.
You live in Alaska.
Yeah. I should have said that in the opposite order. Like one day you don't have a boat and the next day you do, and you're out in the sun a lot more. You move. Yeah. You're in different climates. The seasons change. You should be changing your skincare with the differences in the seasons. I mean, people say in Florida we don't have seasons, but we do. Like they're
even like free radicals. Let's say you work on a computer all day long, or you're on your cell phone or iPad, or
flight attendant.
You never know what you're exposed to. Yes. Like we said too, your skin is your largest living organ outside of your body, so it takes a hit. It takes a toll. And the anti-aging products that we do offer, like we said, it's never too late to start with any of these products, but they do work. They do work. They do help improve a lot of the fine lines, wrinkles, and
no, she's just doing it for
all
fun.
of the pigmentation on the surface of the skin. So if you want this and that, you need all this. Okay?
Well, cheers to that. Yeah. Doing better than I thought I was.
But yeah, it's true. I like the sun. I do indulge in the sun in the summertime or during off season when my family or I have people visiting, but that's very rare.
I hide from the sun.
And as you can tell, I'm tan right now, but it's easy for me to get tan. But you would think I'd have a lot of damage on the surface of my skin, but because I'm using things to protect me and to, not get to that point and be preventative, it works.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, I'm going to read you a Reddit question. Okay. I hope that we're back live because when this episode airs, I'm going to post a picture. What do you call it when you test the sound?
What do you call it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're getting
a
sound tester. Okay. So what he does is he claps like really loud. Why do you do that? Educate the masses.
Oh, just to...
Because
when we edit the video,
we
have to kind of find the audio with the video and match it with your mouth.
Ah.
Go like that, then it creates a wave.
Oh,
notice how he just went
sound wave.
Yeah. Normally it's like
or louder. That was a horrible
one of us goes flying. So
we pee ourselves a little bit sometimes.
I am gonna post a picture when this episode airs of what we looked like. They zoomed in on our faces, and it is the funniest thing I've ever seen. It honestly, like I'm holding it together.
And the video.
Online.
And the video itself, the live video.
Because this is the funniest thing I've ever seen. Okay, are you ready for your Reddit question?
Sure.
Okay.
I have to think about it. My answer.
Okay, the question is, women who did minimal/0 skincare, so no 10-step skincare routine, offended, in their 20s and 30s, how is your skin when you got older? So they said, I know I'm being brainwashed by the billions spent on marketing all these products to me. I just want to know if the bare minimum, sunscreen, moisturizer, and face wash is good enough. I know about all the various retinols and serum, etc., and I am sick of keeping up with everyone else. I don't want to be looking way worse than my peers either as we age, but I have a feeling I am right, that skincare is kind of a ... scam. How would you say your skin is now? Any regrets? Anything you wish you did different? Oops.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So
cheers to the 10-step skincare routine.
I do think like the TikTok shop and Facebook marketplace with their like skincare stuff that they sell is cheap and should not be bought. Mm-hmm. And it's not medical grade skincare products. So it's not going to really target and attack things that need for the anti-aging. I do feel that you don't need to have 20 different products lined up and make that part of your routine.
Yeah.
If you have 5 solid products that you use I do feel like that could be effective, most definitely, especially medical grade. And it's not a scam. It's not a scam, the medical grade skincare products. I really do believe in them.
Yeah, I think you need like 5 plus a sunscreen. Like I would say like cleanser, toner, serum, moisturizer, eye cream.
Yeah,
and then your sunscreen. Because, you know, one of the things like she's saying like, oh, what about serums or whatever? Like, okay, but serums have a low molecular weight. That's what gets into your skin better than anything else does.
Also, you have this serum that does like 7 different things.
Right.
So it is nice now that they are creating products that do more than one thing. So having more than one thing out of a bottle.
Right. You don't need to use 6 serums. I can use 1.
Exactly. So I don't know.
And then you're just walking around with dead skin on your face. Like, you need to get that off. Like, if you're just using a face wash,
because it just starts to accumulate and accumulate. And that's why people do come in for the dermaplaning. So the dermaplaning facial, you come in and you remove that dead skin cells off of the surface of the face, along with microdermabrasions that help. So, yeah, I would say you don't need 20 products. You need 5 to 6 products, including your SPF.
Yeah, I would agree. Like, especially if you want to simplify. And if you're using the products that are right for you, you're going to see a difference. But you need to be incorporating somewhere either a chemical or a mechanical exfoliation. So your chemical exfoliations are going to be your acids, your retinols, your retinoids, your vitamin A, however you want to say it, your BHA, AHA, PHA, whatever you are using, glycolic, whatever you like. But then if you're not doing that, you need to be doing a mechanical exfoliation, which is going to be your scrubs, your polishes, your microdermabrasion, those types of things. Something has to be, or the dermaplaning, something has to be present to promote cell turnover.
Correct, yes.
Or else you're just living with the dead skin cells on your face. And why? Like, I did a dermaplane on someone once who told me she's never once exfoliated before. And as I'm doing it, it was like gray, the color that was coming off of the skin. And she had like a grayish cast to her skin before we did it. Whereas someone else who exfoliates constantly,
has a more glow look, because it just accumulates. It just keeps piling and piling up if you're not removing it and taking care of it the way it needs to be, and it will give you that dull look. Also, with these products, a lot of people want instant gratifying results. Guess what? You're not going to get it with a product after using it for 3 days.
Right.
You need to give the product 2 to 3 weeks. Take a before photo of yourself and see before you start using these products if you just invested in maybe 3 new ones. Take your before photo, wait 3 weeks after using it every single day, and take another photo and see how different it is and how much it actually is improved.
Like, we, have little samples that the lines give us. And we give it to someone, and someone comes back and they're like, oh, I tried the sample of it, but it didn't work. I didn't see a difference. No. The sample is so, 1, I can tell if you're going to integrate it into your routine or not. 2, do you like the texture? Do you like the scent?
Did it make you oily? Dry?
How did it neutralize on your face? Did it not? Like, how did it oxidize? I mean, those are the types of things that we're asking you when we give you a sample. We're not asking, like, are your W's totally gone? Like,
W's were wrinkles.
Is all of your hyperpigmentation gone? Like, no, we're not expecting it to be so. That takes time.
Also, these are good products, too, to pair after having a service performed on you. So it could be a post-procedure product to pair and incorporate in your nighttime routine.
Absolutely.
So say you come and you get an IPL from Jacqueline, which is a photofacial, and you're removing your pigment off the surface of your skin. Well, if you don't leave with the product that's going to assist and prevent keeping off that pigment, you're wasting your money on doing a service like that. I say
protect your investment.
Yeah.
Protect your investment, because you can get a $400 IPL, or you could get the vitamin C's are a little bit more expensive. They're probably going to retail around like $180, or you can get a $180 product that keeps all that pigment at bay.
Correct.
And you can just do like a once a year maintenance IPL versus doing every 3 to 4 months like somebody else might have to do.
Yeah.
Same thing with getting injectables like
correct, yes.
Botox or whatever. They make a lot of neuromodulators now that you can be using in conjunction that
like
makes
lines?
That last longer. Yes, it
lines
extends the life of it. They're made to work in conjunction with each other. A lot of these products They're newer. They've come out post-procedure. So they know exactly what they're doing when they create these medical-grade products. Yes, they're all lab-created. There's a lot of clinical studies done on them. That's what allows them to be medical-grade.
And there's a lot of scientists that are behind all of these products.
There's a team of people.
I mean, they travel the world to find ingredients to actually put in these products, which is really nice to know. And it's great to learn about all that.
Yeah. This is not your standard Dove soap that your mom was using.
Correct.
They've gone so much farther than that now, and that's how they're allowed to call it medical grade, because of all the clinical studies, because of all the scientists that back it up, because of all the lab work that it takes to bring it to you. And these things come fresh out of a lab. Like Revision, for example, there's a 2-week turnaround. When you purchase a product, like we have to purchase it, but when we purchase the product to sell to you, it's no more than 2 weeks from the lab to our shelf to get it to you, because it's fresh out of there, and it's in Dallas, Texas is their lab. And then they actually brought in like a head scientist from Russia to create all of their stuff. And you know what? It works. Mm-hmm. It's good. It's probably the best.
Also,
definitely one of our top selling lines for sure.
Revision.
Yeah. We sell a ton of Revision.
Also, with our products that we choose in our spa, we handpick. So you may be a huge fan of SkinCeuticals. Well, guess what? We don't carry every product. Same with the ZO. Same with the Skin Better. Same with Revision. We cherry pick and handpick to our clientele's needs and what we feel would be best to
like where's
offer
the gap?
Them. Yeah, like
what don't we have? Like if somebody comes in, we're never going to sell you something you don't need. Like which no good esthetician should.
Yeah.
If somebody comes in and asks me for something and we don't have it, and they're like, "Hey, I've got this going on. What should I use?" My search begins, and that's when we start like, contacting all of our reps, contacting our lines, outsourcing, going to lines we don't carry to try and find where that gap is and why haven't we covered it yet. And then we place a new product in.
We also don't feel like, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I also don't really tend to buy things as soon as they come out. Like all the lines come out with new stuff. And one, I try it for myself. So do you.
Same.
But then also
we try everything
We wait
first.
And see. We wait and see what happens. Like, are people getting good results from it? Like, we let other people be the guinea pigs before we
let them roll out a little bit more studies to it, too, and provide us a little bit more information. But everything that we do offer, because we both feel this way, we are not going to offer or sell things that do not work. No. That's not our culture. That's not who we are. That's not what Skin Deep is. We believe in everything that we sell, and we know you will get the results that you want.
And we've even had really high hopes for products, too, that we get so excited when they come out, and then both of us are like,
we don't like it.
It didn't work.
Yeah.
And then we don't bring it in, and it's like tossed to the wayside. And it's always such a bummer because we get amped up about this stuff.
Yeah.
We're nerds.
And it is cool. We are product nerds. I mean,
we're definitely product nerds.
I can buy anything from anybody, but they sell it, I'll buy it.
So for next week, we have a special guest.
We do.
Oh,
yes.
We do.
Well, you do.
Next
I
week,
don't.
Yeah, Ashley will be taking the week off.
Yeah. Bye.
And incoming will be the original Chris Sargent, not the baby. My husband.
It's actually going to probably be pretty entertaining that I'm going to be here in the background.
Oh, yeah. I definitely suggest being here. I definitely suggest watching it. So if you have questions that you want
to ask a man,
to ask Chris.
Yeah, to ask a guy.
Lay them on us. We're going to be taking a poll on Instagram. We want to know what you want me to ask him. And we're just going to fire away. He is not in this industry. He's a civil engineer. So buckle in. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
He thinks we just play with products all day.
Probably.
So
who knows what we're going to find out what he thinks I do all day. Yeah. I'm curious to know. I don't know if he knows.
I'm sure he does.
I mean, I know a little bit about what he does, but not a lot. He's going to be like, tattoo removal. Also, that's my voice whenever I make fun of him, and it drives him insane. He's going to see this and be like, I don't talk like that.
And his son is his twin.
Yes. You will see why. If you watch the episode that had Christian in the beginning, you're going to see why Christian looks the way he does. Because A couple people did ask me after seeing that episode. They were like, "That's your son?" I'm like, "Yes, that's my son."
So, thank you for coming to today's episode of the podcast, the Skinsider podcast. Sorry about that. I'm back.
She's back, everybody. She's back. All right, we will see you next time.
Yes, thank you. And don't forget to love your skin.